You're now listening to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Hey, welcome to Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast. Garage Guys NASCAR Podcast, actually, now. We changed the name. Hey, it's Cody.
It is.
Cody FN Powers.
It is me. My name on here tells a different story, though.
It does. I can't even see the name, and no one else can either. They're just going to see.
Then.
They're just going to see the blocks. That's all it's going to matter.
That's good.
Hey, man, we just had a Sunday without NASCAR. And we're here on a NASCAR podcast. This NASCAR podcast, this Garage Guys NASCAR podcast, is brought to you by Shitey Coolers, the official cooler of being incognito in order to get television time. Shitey Coolers, also known as shitty coolers when it's not on TV time.
That was a good plug.
It was. I like shitty coolers, man. Shout out to the boys in Michigan. We got to go to Michigan last week. It was really fun. I put some Duke Cannon soap bars in here, and it still smells like that. So it's really good.
Not only are they soap, but they're also air fresheners too.
Mm-hmm. So it's like an air freshener bag. But yeah, shout out to the boys from Michigan. If you should go to shittycoolers.com and get a shitty cooler. You should. I know Cody FN Powers has one.
Now let me tell you.
It's Powers Way.
The Gulf of Mexico is it's warm. It's hot. Right, it's constantly sunny and it's hot.
It is.
I got me a shitty bucket, and I carried that thing out on the beach. And we get up relatively early, 9ish, and we go out there. The sun's already beaming. The sand's hot. It burns your feet. You sit down. You plop your cooler down there with ice, of course. And 6 hours later, when you reach in for that 12th beer of the day, it's still cold.
It's still cold. And usually it might just be water, but it's cold water.
It is cold water. And you know what? That water is easy to drain because I just lift my cooler out of it, my little insert, and then I dump the water in the sand and it goes right back into the ocean. Reduce, reuse, recycle. You
want to play pranks? You just get it up, sling it out on someone's head right there.
Right.
It's cold.
Yeah, exactly.
It could also be like an adrenaline pump. It could save someone's life. So you could use it for
you never know
things. So that's why we love shitty coolers. So that's why they're beautiful and that's why they're great. And yeah, you had your vacation there, and so it's good to know that you got to use the bucket cooler. We use the bucket cooler, bag cooler, all kinds of coolers. They got all kinds of coolers. Just go to shitty coolers. Just do it. But yeah, let's talk about life. So I think everyone watching this podcast right now should know Cody FN Powers. If they don't know Cody FN Powers, then obviously you're either new here, you're a new listener, a new viewer, or you just don't pay attention at anything. And I will tell you that you need to be more aware in life because you probably suck at awareness. Probably made like D pluses in school. Cody FN Powers is a man of genius, as the Budweiser commercials used to say. Real man of genius. That's Cody FN Powers. Cody, you care to tell the Garage fam that are ignorant to who you are about yourself right now? That's exactly what you get, Garage fam. That's exactly what you get because he's not going to explain who he is because you should fucking know that. So
I don't need to explain anything.
Exactly. Go get your fingers. This Zoom call didn't just freeze. That was just him just staring you cold stare. Like the man is a legend. He can keep his composure rock solid. Okay. Use those
ice in my veins.
Ice in his veins. Call him V Dog. Should we call you V Dog? IV Dog? No. Cody FN Powers.
Yeah. Let's stick with that one. That one works.
I like that one. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Jimmy Spencer. Shout out to Hut Strickland. We got the Zippo working. We got it.
Ooh. Did you fill her up?
Smoking Joe's. I did. I went and got some fluid. Shout out to Luke at Shitty Coolers because that's the only motherfucker that's alive that I know that actually carries Zippo lighter fluid around with him. So me and him got to share the love of the Zippo lighter fluid because we use Zippo. And he's only 21 years old.
Well, yeah, so he's fresh to using them, so he uses it a lot more than most people. That's why he's got to carry the fluid around.
Exactly. Yeah. So like I got some fluid. And we got the lighter now. So Smoking Joe's all the way. Don't have the camel hat on tonight. But if I did, I would probably rip one in here, but I'd probably get in a lot of trouble. I don't like ripping cigs inside of any type of indoor facility. I'm not that guy, except for like old dirty trailers in the trailer park when you were like in high school as a kid. Those were the best places to just smoke an entire pack of cigarettes, ash on the floor, and leave without cleaning up. Like if you got to do that in your life, you're fucking blessed, and you better not complain about a goddamn thing.
Well, and then you leave your own little cigarette burn in that maroon recliner you're sitting in, and it's like half broken. Like you sit down in it and you sink real far down into that seat.
Yeah. 100%. It's like claiming your territory, like when a dog pisses in a yard. Like that's how you did it in the trailer park. 100%. So that's how we're gonna open this show. And the show is open now. The show is open.
We're all in.
We're all in. But no, Cody, I'm pumped to see you on a real note, man. I mean, everything's been real, but on a realer note, on a brotherly love note, I miss you, dog. It's been a couple weeks since we've chilled out. Last time we hung out, I watched you go from like the highest of highs to the lowest of lows during the McGregor-Poirier fight. I did not know how big of a UFC guy you were until we threw down in the ATL and got to see you just hype as a motherfucker on your birthday at that.
Yeah.
So that was cool as fuck.
The ending wasn't as cool though. It really was the highest of high and the lowest of lows.
Yeah,
I sat down on the
broke
ground.
ankle.
Yeah,
you sat down like Joe Rogan did, right by Connor.
I did. I sure did. Straight
up, just asked him all the questions. But no, it's I'm looking forward to possibly getting to kick it with you again soon. Hopefully, we'll be chilling out at the American Cornhole League World Championship coming up in Rock Hill. So I'm hoping we get to vibe out there.
As long as fate sees it fit, we should be hanging very soon.
I'm going to need someone to hold the cornhole sign with me on the street to make it an Olympic sport. That's a thing now. We're trying. It hard.
Needs to be there. Why is it not there?
I do, man. I have fallen in love on this tour with bagging a little hole. Like I keep a bag nearby. I like to get me a good bag. Oh, by the way, I got a new throw. Did I get to tell you about that?
No.
I got it down now.
You learned it? You learned it?
Got it.
He's
got it. Dude, after watching like 18 people at Faster Horses in Michigan do it, I was just like, bro, fuck this. I'm learning.
It's all about that flick.
It is. Look at the flick of that wrist. Oh, look at the flick of that wrist.
Are you bagging a lot of more? Are you bagging more holes now?
Dude, I had like 4 or 5 or I think 6 holes in a row. And then I watched one guy do like an entire line of like, I think there was like 3 rounds where he didn't miss hole. He bagged hole consistently.
Now that you see the professionals play and they kill it, right? I mean, the loser is the first guy to miss the hole when you're watching the pros play. When you get down to like our mediocre levels of cornhole, there's no way it's fun playing with a guy who's just bagging holes left and right. There's no way it's fun.
No, it's like you have to like, for me to like do that, like I definitely have to have money on the line to bag some hole. But the Olympics have started. I would love to like bag hole with people all around the world. Imagine if you could bag hole with people all around the world. Like just like what would cornhole players look like in other countries?
They don't exist. That's the thing. I mean, I think it'd be a little selfish for us to add cornhole. America would just dominate. Canada too.
Canada, yes. Like big maple syrup guys. Like are their boards sticky?
For sure. They only show the sticky side.
Got to. Dutch people, do they play in wooden shoes? These are very valid questions. I feel like
what can work? Are the Canadians going to be able to play with the sticky boards? Are the Dutch going to be able to play in the wooden claw? I mean, are we going to have regulations? How's it going to work in the Olympics?
Yeah, are we going to That's the big one. I feel like it would come down to like Canada and America, because it would like one side sticky, one side's like normal slide board. So it's just like whoever gets the slide board side, if Canada's having to throw slide board, we're having to throw sticky. That game could go on for centuries.
Right.
Until you swap it up. And then it would just be like the fastest game of all time. You don't know.
Yeah. I think North America, when it comes down to the cornhole and the Olympics, North America is going to take the cake every year. Yeah. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, all the way. Got to. Like, America would win that one. Like, we need more USA like determined victories, not like French people beating American people at basketball. That's kind of embarrassing. Kind of weird. I don't
even want to talk about it.
Kind of weird.
Very weird. First time in 24 games, I believe it was, that we've lost in the Olympics in basketball.
Yeah. I'm going to say this much, though. Like that was weird. Bag and hole would not be weird. But one thing that is weird to some, cool to others, is the shenanigans that we've been seeing from Kyle fucking Busch. You know how we like to say over in Garage Guys when we write, like when we play Kurt Busch, we're back on our Busch shit. Well, now I feel like Kurt's become such a nice guy that the Sharpie days have just like, he surpassed him so far that he's not on any Busch shit anymore. That like now, like Kyle Busch has taken all the Busch shit because he has been on a whirlwind of a vacation. I'm not sure where he's at, but it's by water. And he's been getting fucked the fuck up, posting Instagram stories, and then mocking the people that are talking about it. And after Atlanta, dude, like I was just like, I'm really starting to become a Kyle Busch guy. I'm really starting to like vibe with this dude, because I was like, man, this motherfucker's a troll. And I appreciate that shit. Like when you can be in the media and like somebody asks these questions and you don't have to tell them that was a stupid question, but the way you answer it makes them feel stupid. I was like, I like that guy. And then he goes and does this shit. And so now it's like, I don't want to be the overbearing, I'm not trying to be a Dalton Good of Kyle Busch's here. Shout out to your boy Dalton on LTC.
We love you, Dalton.
We love you, Dalton. I'm not trying to be like, that Kyle Busch fan, but like, I think I might be a low key Kyle Busch guy. Maybe not a Kyle Busch fan. I'm a Kyle Busch guy.
Okay. Yeah. I respect that. I am a well-known Kyle Busch hater. I don't think that's ever going to change.
The driver or the human being?
The driver. The human being. Yeah. I'm all in this season on the human being.
So you're a Kyle Busch guy. You're not a Kyle Busch fan. You're a Kyle Busch guy.
That might put me on the Kyle Busch guy level too. The man is on a 7-day bender in Bora Bora. Right. I mean, that's just all there is to say about it. I never thought that I would see Kyle Busch twerking in a Speedo. I didn't have that on my 20
of all songs.
Yeah. I did not have that on my 2021 bingo card. That's for sure. I feel like the odds on that were probably pretty favorable or unfavorable. Good betting odds on that one.
Can we talk about the swimsuits of like Samantha and her friends of like the half vaginas with faces?
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought that was. I didn't want to be the one to point that one out. I'm pretty sure it was like them birthing their husbands metaphorically.
Yeah. Like it's some weird shit. Like Kyle and Samantha are fucking weird as fuck. Oh, and I vibe with it. Like I feel like definitely there may be a story in 20 years that may come out where like they were big key bowl people. You might not know it now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then obviously I'll tell you, it means swinger. It means you're a swinger if you got a key bowl in the front of the house. It means you like to mess around a little bit, have a little fun. I'm gonna put my car keys in here, not gonna look and see who's to get. Like my house keys, what door does this go to? I don't know I'm not saying they are, but they definitely have vibes. Especially with this whole deal they have going on. But I want to kick this off. I know that could go a lot of ways. I'm not saying they are, just saying the vibes are there. I've met some swingers in my day. They're a different breed of people. But no judgment to you. That's what you like to do, by all means. But let's start this off like how this started. Like, do you think that we get to this point of the shenanigan level with Kyle Busch if they wouldn't have had the constant green flag with the rain at New Hampshire? Would we have had this level of shenanigans out of Kyle this week?
I think after smashing into the pace car, I think that like went on and let him simmer over, I guess is the best way to put it. I think hitting the pace car, get all the frustration out, let him let his hair down, and he was in vacation mode after that. I think that Kyle Busch's vacation definitely started last Sunday, if you know what I'm saying. I'd say he was hammered by the time he got back to his hauler. Like he was already like full vacation. He got out of his car, and I guarantee you he had on beach shorts and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, you took the driver's suit off, like the fire suit's off, and
in
there's
the car,
like
in the car.
Tommy Bahama shirt, and
Yep.
then like some really nice like jort cut off chinos. You know what I mean? Like
And he had
Banana
on a pair of
Republic.
Hey Dudes. He had Hey Dudes on.
Had some Hey Dudes. Those
Yeah.
shoot for the trash can, bro. I'm not a big Hey Dudes guy. I'm more of a cloud. I've been on the cloud. I've been checking out the clouds. The cloud sneakers. You heard of those?
I haven't. Enlighten me.
So they're like these really like you remember like Sasoni, or I don't even know what the fucking name of those shoes were back in the day. Like Saucony or some shit. Like they had like the weird like dots and shit. Like a bunch of people that ran track used to wear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sasoni or whatever the fuck they are. I'm butchering the fuck out of that name, by the way. But like
I wasn't a very active kid, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I threw shot put in like 7th grade, and because I just ate a lot of fucking food, and like that was like, you want to run track, and I was like, sure, and I tried to run. They were like, we're gonna give you this ball to throw.
Mama said I was big boned and I could
Yeah.
throw it farther than the other kids.
Yeah, I went to a Christian school, so like they felt like obligated to be nice to everyone. So
Right.
it was like, they're like, here's this ball, throw it for Jesus. Like, you got it. But yeah, dude, no, the cloud shoes are like, I think they're kind of like that, but like they're supposed to be really comfortable. I've seen a couple people wear them, and like I've been checking them out recently. And I'm thinking about getting a pair, but for now we're sticking to Vans and flip-flops and Pumas. So that's how we're rolling. Yeah. I would get some Reeboks, or some K-Swiss. I'd get some K-Swiss tubes if they made them again. Your older brother, Kenny Powers, he used to make some great sneakers with K-Swiss, but they discontinued them. So I had the tubes, and then I think they were called the Zigs or the Zags. Can't really remember. Great shoes. But yeah, Kyle Busch wasn't wearing shoes this weekend. And I think that where it all started, like I did see a lot of passive aggressive things like on his story, his Instagram story. Like it started off, I think the first one that I saw was where him and his boys were all taking a shot off the plank. And from what I can remember, I think that this is a trip they take every year. So we start off, they're taking shots. The next thing I know, like after that, there's just like random videos here and there of like Samantha speaking and him. And then I go about my evening and chilling out watching TV. The next thing I know, guy from Twitter that I've followed for a good while now, he ends up sending me a text message, and he was like, "Are you seeing this Kyle Busch shit?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, yeah, I saw the video earlier. I made a TikTok about it, just goofing, like whatever. He's like, "No, dude, like go to his story, bro." And I was like, "Okay." And the guy doesn't really sound like that, by the way. Great guy. Shout out to Connor.
He's not a surfer, bro.
Yeah, he's not a surfer, bro. But I just wanted to say in that way. But I see this story video of like them on the golf cart, and there's like fucking lights, and like Samantha's like fuck, like and like for one, I'm like, Samantha's gonna wake up tomorrow, and she's like, I said fuck, take it off of there. I said fuck, I can't say fuck on the story. And then like Kyle was just like, like the level of not giving a fuck, like it was great. So it automatically, I was just like, shit. This could be like, this is probably just some like beach security, like rolling up on them. They're fucked up, obviously, but there were some people that were taking it very far. Like, oh, Kyle Busch is going to get a DUI on a golf cart. And I know for a fact that you can get a DUI on a golf cart, but you have to be on a road. That's the difference. So I don't know. I couldn't really tell if they were on a beach in the sand or on a road. I couldn't really tell. Still can't really tell. But
I
but
feel
where,
like if he got that, I feel like that would have already broke the news, right? I mean, but
yeah, that didn't
also
happen.
wherever they were, I mean, is it illegal to drive a golf cart on the road while drunk in Bora Bora?
Probably not. There's probably no
It's
laws.
Bora Bora,
Bora Bora.
right? Yeah.
Like, are there laws in Bora Bora? Like, I don't even
No
know.
way.
Do cops exist in Bora Bora? Like, I feel like that's like you hire cops if you want cops
Yeah.
in Bora Bora.
Everybody in Bora Bora, like they're all Kyle Busching.
They solve their own problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, somebody runs up in your house and shoots you, you can just shoot them. And then, like, if somebody came in, like, what happened here? You're just like, they shot me, I shot them. It's Bora Bora.
Right.
Like, and
It's
it's like,
Bora
it'd be
Bora.
okay. Yeah, it's Bora Bora. You know, just like multiple homicides going down everywhere. It's Bora Bora. You know?
Every time in my life now that I fuck up, I'm just gonna be like, hey, it's Bora Bora, you know?
Bora Bora.
It's Bora Bora.
I like that. Yeah, that's definitely happening now. But from there, I mean, like, the next day was where it got really fun. So he wakes up, and the first thing that we see come out is like him giving this press conference, and it like is showing him like, they're like, Kyle, what are you doing? Like, and like he's just like, you know, plead the fifth, can't confirm or deny, just like literally what he does in the NASCAR media every day. And then it cuts scene to that cop chasing them, but it's the Camry pace car that he fucking rubbed, like just trolling the pace car. And that's when I knew. That's the moment where I was like, I fucking love Kyle Busch.
So here's the thing. I do want to point out one thing. I don't think enough people are paying attention to this. Does Kyle have a content media guy with him at all times, or is Kyle Busch coming up with this stuff on his own?
Dude, I'm of the full belief that Kyle Busch is under coaching now. Like, he has to have a coach. And the guy that he just hired for content, actually, his name is Tyler. I want to say, after doing a little more research, like, I saw this news break, this guy named Tyler was going to be taking over for his content. I think the first video he dropped was like Kyle racing, and they dubbed it over with like Days of Thunder. But I did a little more research on who the guy was, and supposedly it's the guy that did the NASCAR TikTok page for a long time.
Oh, really?
So he is now Kyle Busch's social media strategist. So I definitely like, and what's funny is he worked for NASCAR, and now he's working for Kyle. So it's like, you wonder if like, and I'm not saying that like Kyle is by any means like not capable of creating his own shit, but it would seem like Kyle's like, maybe there was certain things he didn't want to do or didn't want to try, but like, I definitely feel like after the pace car incident, he just didn't give a fuck. But it makes you wonder, like, is this Tyler guy in charge of all this? Like, is that something he wants to do? But I guess if he's on Kyle's payroll, he don't give a fuck. He's just
right.
He's putting out whatever the fuck he wants, and maybe he's giving him some direction. I wouldn't think that there would be anything wrong with that. I mean, anything that helps to bring more entertainment outside of NASCAR to NASCAR to drive people in. Because, like, dude, if you can say you got like 40 people that followed you on Instagram, never watched NASCAR, and because of those videos, they want to go watch a race now and pull for Kyle Busch, fuck yeah, I'm all in on that. Like, you never watched NASCAR? Let's go. You're a Kyle Busch guy. So, yeah, I definitely think there could be some direction there. But I'm not 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain about it. Like I said, I think he's capable of doing it. But then again, who knows? But ultimately, there was a lot more that came out. So what were some of the other things that you saw that actually dropped today? Like, I think we already talked a little bit about the thong song thing that was like after a day. And then today you said there was one where he was on the dock and they were like, I guess they're getting ready to leave.
Yeah. So I guess the vacation's over because they were doing a race vacation recap, and Kyle's standing on the pier, boardwalk, whatever you want to call it, and his two buddies that went on vacation with him run up to him, and they have mics in hand, and they're asking him questions. How was vacation this week?
Report tour.
Yeah, that's exact. Yep, they were report touring Kyle Busch, and It's weird seeing this side of Kyle. I think 2021 ushered in just a new Kyle Busch in general.
Shit, he did too.
He's
it's just in 2020. That's what happened. He's a butterfly.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it is. He seems a lot happier now, and I think I'm happy for him. You could tell that he's just like definitely changed a lot as a person. I think it shows with how open he was on social media this week. Totally insane, and we needed it because we are going through a NASCAR withdrawal. We needed something injected bad. And Kyle Busch gave that to us this week. No races, but we got Kyle.
We got Kyle, and the beauty of that, and I put a tweet out about it, is like they're my new like favorite, like not favorite, but some of my favorite. I have a lot of favorite human beings, but they're definitely in that category now, just because they lived life. Like they just show, like they don't give a fuck. They're just vibing. They get it. They understand it. Like, hey, this is it. We're out here. We're having a good time. And I think too that like Kyle and them understand that like where the sport's at. They know how dry it's getting and how the media is just painting it in this weird way. I feel like everybody's gotten very robotic with how they do shit. We've even experienced it when we were at some of these races, especially, I hate to say it, but Atlanta. I mean, it was just like how dry and how things were as far as how they expected media to be. And you gotta just realize at some point that the insanity, you know what I mean? We all know the definition of insanity. And I feel like that's what NASCAR is doing. Same things over and over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Never changes.
So thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle. We appreciate you, Kyle.
So is it safe to say you're a big Kyle Busch guy now?
I'm a big Kyle Busch guy. And Samantha. Big Samantha. Where was Brexton?
He was there. He was there. I feel like they had a nanny. They definitely brought a nanny or like one of their parents. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and like knock on their parenting whatsoever, because I'm not judging other parents. You have no idea what being a parent's like. So it's like, you can say all you want. There's a bunch of people that were talking shit about it. I put a tweet out actually saying that like Kyle Busch's Instagram story got wiped. Like something definitely went down. And like all that happened was like my cell phone service was really bad, and so it wouldn't load. And then it did load, and I didn't delete it. And dude, that shit went up to like 200-300 likes and retweets. And I was just like, and I had it like all day long. I was like, my cell service was bad. My cell service was bad. And people were like, dude, like those like NASCAR Facebook people hopped over to Twitter to respond to me to let me know, hey, it's there. It's there. Like, it's like, I appreciate that. My cell phone service sucked last
Isn't the parallel insane between NASCAR Facebook and NASCAR Twitter? Like, 100%. It's so wild.
$500 t-shirts. They're a classic. Same shirt on Facebook, $10.
That's it, all day long.
That's it. We just exposed the secrets, but maybe you'll forget that part. Who knows?
Yeah, don't listen.
Don't listen to that. Turn this off now. Shh. But yeah, it's funny because like I literally tweeted like 3 minutes after I put that tweet out, and I was like, never mind, my cell service was bad. That tweet got 4 likes. The one ahead of it got like 200. And no one took the time to check.
That first one was a lot more catchy, right? There's more like, ooh, behind that one.
Like, what is this?
Yeah, Kyle Busch did what now?
I did love watching the know-it-alls, though, quote tweeted. This is absolute baloney. Like,
this is false.
This is false. This is fake news. Like, this guy got suspended 2 weeks ago. Like,
why are we listening to him?
Don't listen to this guy. His head's in the clouds, literally. It's like, it's actually the stars. It's universe. Watched a lot of Rick and Morty and got high. So there's that.
Rick and Morty.
What a
shout out Pickle Rick.
Shout out to him. Now, you know what, dude? Fuck that episode, bro. That's the episode that like I feel like the guy was saturated.
Ruined it. That's what ruined it. Yeah, I think me and you have had this conversation.
We have. Me and you like one of those like late night combos, like in the RV. Like everybody else is passed out, fucked up, and we're just like up talking because
my
like,
eyes are completely dried out from the computer screen.
Yeah, I've been like sober dad, like out there, like take care of everybody. I'm like, well, son, you want to watch some Rick and Morty? Fuck that show and that goddamn pickle. Yeah, no, you really need to watch that. I think I told you that there's after that there were some really good episodes.
It picked back up. I hope so.
Another story for another day. We literally, I think, just went on a very long breakdown of Kyle Busch, but there are some other things that we should cover before we do close this out for the longest non-NASCAR race Sunday race recap of things that happened in the week. Recap.
That has a ring to it.
It does. I love it. Brad K went to Roush. Breaking news.
Gasp.
Breaking news. I'm
speechless.
This is one thing that I want to say about this move. We've all known it's there. If you didn't know it was there, then you probably don't watch NASCAR. That's okay. the last person that I can say that drove the 6, like Ryan Newman, like, will he fight Brad? That's a question. I feel like maybe outside of places, like, who would win a fight? Brad K, Ryan Newman. Easy, right? It's
Yeah,
easy.
Brad. Ryan.
He's
Ryan.
a bouncer. He's He's the hot dog man. But Brad will be the hot dog man technically now. I feel like
New
any
wiener
man. Yeah, new wiener guy. Big wiener guy. I mean, I feel like it does fit Brad a lot more than it did Ryan. Ryan was definitely, he should have never left like Altel, like big brick phone guy. Also,
He fits Penske very well.
Yeah.
And I also think he fits Stuart Haas. I think he was a good fit there.
Yeah, like not Stuart Haas, Stuart Haas.
Yeah.
Like he's a Haas. Stuart Haas.
Ryan Newman is a Haas.
He's a Haas.
There's no debating that.
Yeah. He should have been like in the Gillette, like the Gillette car. Didn't he run a Gillette car at some point? I know they had the Gillette Young Guns.
Yep. He did.
The best.
He ran the Altel. I'm pretty sure he did do Gillette, and then he did the Army when he was with Stuart Haas.
He definitely
big Army guy. You could tell.
Yeah, he could have put on like a whole like fit from like boot camp, and no one would ever known the difference. Like they'd been like, oh, he's got that dude right there, man. Like he sorry guys, we're gonna have to let him go. You know what I mean? He's got to be places. He's got.
I don't think you realize the man's size until you see him in person.
He's short, but the motherfucker is like a solid cylinder of life.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
He's a thick cylinder. He's like the fat Lincoln log. Like he's like a Lincoln log, or like the Tinker toy that was the circle that you put all the spokes in. He's that, but like 8 of them standing up straight. Big thick guy. He's definitely a ballpark Frank, not an Oscar Mayer Frank. Put it that way. Angus beef in between a bun. Yeah. That's Ryan Newman. But Brad, so here's the deal. Ryan Newman could never pull off what I think is possible now to be pulled off. So Brad's in the 6. Okay. When you look at Rousch Fenway, there's a lot that went down supposedly this year. Like LeBron James is now a part of like Fenway.
Yeah.
The sports. So it's like he's got a piece of that. Rousch Fenway's there. Brad comes in. Could we see a world where LeBron and Brad hang out? And what would that look like? And how far would it go down the friendship hole?
That's a good one. That's a real good one. I think the first half of the season, if LeBron comes in, I have a big long conspiracy about that. LeBron and Michael are always compared side by side. LeBron wanted in on NASCAR. He doesn't care about the Red Sox. He bought into Fenway just for that NASCAR portion. Completely convinced on that. So I think starting next season, LeBron's going to be back in his mood, his own vibe. LeBron's going to start showing up to races. First half of the season, it's going to be a little awkward for LeBron. It's going to be a little awkward for Brad. They just met each other. Super fresh. It's a new friendship. It's proofing in the oven. I do feel like later on throughout the season, you're going to see them. They go out to eat a little bit, right? They'll start just hanging out, going out to eat. Probably like Joe's Crab Shack kind of thing, just something.
Fuddruckers.
Yeah, something like casual, not formal, but casual.
Red Lobster.
And then
that makes more sense.
Yeah. Oh, Red Lobster for sure. And then I think you're going to see it go over to where Brad's sitting courtside at the Lakers game. And right there beside Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. And that's where things can get interesting. So I've got this theory. Okay. So LeBron is there. Like, obviously, Golden State, like, Toronto, the NBA is a cultural deal. There's a lot of people that go there. Like, we need NASCAR drivers going to NBA games, because then I feel like that's where things can change a little bit. We get a little more into the hip hop scene, the rap culture. Like, that's what needs to be happening. Like a lot of people don't realize how awesome it could be to see a NASCAR driver again. Like, would he get shown on TV? He better.
Yeah,
he better.
Yeah. So the fans, Brad's gonna chug a beer, right?
Oh,
he's gonna do that on the Kiss Cam.
Brad's been watching Kyle.
Yeah.
He watched Kyle this weekend. He's like, LeBron's coming next year. I've already basically said that we're going to get a championship. We all know he's hungry for one. He's going to really try to go after a championship in that 6. Something Mark Martin could never do. Something that's never been done in the 6. It's never been done in the 6. Who's king of the 6? Who's the king of the 6 outside of NASCAR?
Oh, man. I think we got to travel north for that one, don't we?
That's Drake. Drake has a lot of references about the 6. Okay?
He does.
LeBron and Drake, I feel like they're kind of tight. You know, he's a lot more Steph Curry and Golden State and all that in Toronto. You know, we the North. But who's to say that Brad, through hanging out with LeBron, doesn't end up hanging out with Drake? Drake is a big fan of the 6. Drake goes to NASCAR. You in the 6. Brad in the 6, running through the 6 with his woes. It's Brad. It's Drake. Before long, J. Cole's there. They're going to Bronny's games. And then Brad is this hip-hop NASCAR mega icon. And then Brad K is in the 6. We all thought Bubba was getting the Beats car. Now Jay-Z is tight with Brad K. And it's the 6. And it's the Beats car. Brad K is the cultural glue of NASCAR for rap and NASCAR bound together finally. Big brain shit right there. And it all starts with the 6 and LeBron and Brad.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown because I think you're preaching nothing but straight facts right now.
J. Cole. He can write a whole song.
Oh, yeah. Write a whole album just on NASCAR and then take 15 years to release it.
Exactly.
I'm all in on that idea. I think that Brad definitely is going to be that glue. I mean, look at Denny, right? Brad is kind of like a cooler version of Denny, I think. Because like Denny was just in a Post Malone video. No, Brad's got that swag about him.
All right, so
he's a rough diamond.
He does, but since he's had the kid, he's had his kid. Like Denny still has that swag with the kids. I feel like Brad hasn't really been that edgy. Like Brad kind of lost his edge a little bit. I feel like lately.
He lost his edge when Carl Edwards almost killed him in Atlanta. That's when Brad lost that edge, I think.
Yeah, and it's like, Brad, I'm here to tell you, like we were in Michigan a couple weeks ago. We had an entire campground of people saying slam Brad Case. Carl's gone. Uncle Carl. No one's really seen Uncle Carl. I think he popped up in the NBC studio for a day. Carl's gone. Don't worry about Carl. Get back out here. Get back out here and chug a damn boot. That's
what I want to see from Brad again. And I think we're gonna get. I think going to Roush.
I miss cocky Brad.
Yeah, I feel like Roush brings that raspiness and that
underdog.
That rugged. Yeah. Like you go back to being a man when you're with Roush. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's gonna have that, but he's also gonna have that with Drake, and we're gonna have Drake rocking vintage NASCAR gear. And then that's when the price is. That's when the market for us. We're gonna probably have to step out of the game for a minute.
You in the 6. I'm telling you, it's all about the 6. Running through the 6 with his woes. It's Brad. It's Drake. J. Cole. LeBron. That is the dream team we never knew. Because it's when it comes to the music, the cultural deal, as far as hip hop music and NASCAR, everyone thought Bubba was going to be the one. Now Bubba, let's be real. People outside of NASCAR, they think, oh yeah, Bubba definitely listens to rap. Nuh-uh. That motherfucker is headbanging his ass off when he gets home, playing them drums. Bubba is an OG metalhead, bro, and it really is what it is, and I love it and fucking appreciate it because I'm a metalhead. I like metal. Nobody I know likes the fucking metal. Me and you have actually rode it in the RV, fucking just blaring fucking screaming music, fucking having a good time. I fuck with that shit. I can't listen to that with a lot of people. That's literally how Bubba probably is too, and he probably was like, yeah, I had to listen, to this fucking song. I had to listen to the new J. Cole album, at the race today. But when I got home, I put Seven Dust on and I fucking just banged my head in the shower.
I had to listen to this whole Post Malone song all day.
Yeah,
long.
I had to be in this Post Malone video today. I feel like that was more of Denny's idea. And I also wonder, dude, is it possible that they could have paid to have that song made?
I think that is very possible. I feel like the Michael Jordan influence alone might have made it free. I just feel like Michael Jordan's like, hey, will you make a song and put my team in it? You're like, yes, sir.
Post is probably like, yo, MJ, yeah, y'all got Michael Jordan is a part on that team. Yeah, I'll come out to Los Angeles. Y'all come on down.
We'll fly it out.
It's me, Austin Post. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, we'll throw a lyrical lemonade together.
All right, we're looking to, get a Cole Bennett, segment. We're looking to have some 23XI branding, and we see a song that we can play on like our social media clips for like the next year and a half, and cutscenes to commercials for NBC to make things hip for the kids.
And make sure it's clean.
Home.
We don't need to edit too much of it out. Yeah. Make sure you keep it relatively clean.
Because let's be real.
I got you.
Let's be real. That song sucked. That song sucked hard, and I am a big Post guy. Dude, somebody wrote that song in 5 minutes on the trip there.
Well, and they auto-tuned the hell out of Posty in that one too.
Me and the crew, Miley crew. Like, that's all it is. The whole song, just, and the Miley crew, my Bugatti.
What about Tommy Lee being in the video?
Dude, I haven't even watched the full video. I listened to the song.
Really?
That's all I needed. Yeah. I'm sure the video is way cooler than the song.
The video is really dope. It is cool. But I'll tell you though, you watch the video and like Denny's vibing to the music and Bubba's kind of just like standing there. He's standing there like me and Bucky's. Like he's just kind of like out of place.
He just got like a Post Malone shirt on his head and he's just like, yeah, like in his head, he's just like, like that's what's happening.
Yeah, you see his fingers. He's like playing the air guitar.
Yeah, just fucking
drumming away.
Yeah, just like me and the crew, and he's like, what the fuck is he playing in his head?
Like Denny's over there like hitting the woe and everything, and the Bubba's just like, that's it.
I don't know. I saw that branding though, dude, and that's when I remember we were riding. I can't remember where it was we were headed. I think it was Atlanta. We were heading to Atlanta, and I remember like just looking and talking to Dale about it, and I'm just like, I was like, dude, I was like, is it just me? Or does it just really seem like this was fronted? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like the branding is too on point. I don't know.
I do not disagree with your conspiracy. I'll buy it. I'll buy it on that one.
It's like would Brad have done it? Probably not. Brad would have been like, gotta go to Bronny's practice tonight. I'm getting flown out on a private jet, a Red Sox plane.
Now, what if Brad does invest into Drake by 3D printing his next stage for his tour? What if it's like full circle?
Or yeah, like that happens, but then also like Drake's next album, it's on the 6 car. That would be dope because we all know Drake in the 6. That would make so much sense. Like, what if there was just a car, like the Drake car? My name
the OVO.
The OVO, dude. Bro,
Gold?
I'm hitting up fucking like, is Noah Sweet still like active? Is he still doing paint schemes?
I think he is. Yeah, I think he's back.
I'm reaching out to him. I'm gonna be like, I need you to make an OVO 6 car, and then we need to put face tats on Brad. It's the only way.
Face tats?
Face tats on Brad.
Now, are we going forehead, like around the eye, like a Tyson ordeal?
We're going Tyson. Definitely Tyson, because I feel like Brad would do it as a joke, but it would be permanent and he wouldn't care because he knew that for the rest of his life he could bring joy and laughter to everyone. Like, but then again, he doesn't really care about people
on his entire body, or is he like going like full coverage?
No, you know what? I take that back. No face tags. Brad is definitely more of like a secret ass tat guy. Like he got like that one weird tattoo that like it was a really bad bet or a dare on his ass. That's what Brad had.
Like back in the day with the boys, he lost a bet, and now he has like Chad tattooed on his ass.
Hundo P, just Chad. I heart Chad. Yeah. Our Chad was here, and it has like an arrow pointing to his anus.
And his wife just hates it.
Oh yeah,
hates it.
Paige just like every time, like when it's time to get down, like just that tat's there. But the good news is now like with that if that's like really hard for them at nighttime, like sometimes when the intimate times come, like Brad can just reach over and play a Drake song, and if she's like, I'm still not feeling it, like Drake can actually walk into the room because
he's got a button. He's got a Drake button.
With LeBron, and he's just like, woulda came back for you. I just needed time, and he's like squeezing lube to throw at him, just having a good old time.
He bites and rips open the condom pack and tosses it for him.
I just needed time, just fucking, yeah, all the way. Oh man, we got hung up on that one for a minute. That was fun though. That's good. I love it. Shout out to Brad. Good for you, Brad.
Dude, Brad, kill him. Ownership. That's what I'm the most happy about. Roush needed a stimulus. I think Brad's going to be that.
I just want to see. So, I don't want to get too hung up on it, but like, do you think Buescher stays in the 17?
Actually, so Fastenal is like Buescher's people. It's kind of the same way that Smithfield is Eric Almirola's, and Fastenal has signed through 2024. So Buescher's staying through 2024.
I like that move. I think Buescher, and I'll be excited to see, because like he's had some really good success this year. I would be really excited to see how that program continues for old Chris.
Yeah, I think this was a good
Texas
year.
Boy.
Nobody's making it to the playoffs, but I think this has been a fantastic year for Roush. I think that Brad is heading into Roush on the come up.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool to see how it all plays out. We're excited for you and the 6, Brad. The Bowman Elliott penalized, cheating Chad. Are we really surprised?
No. That's what he does. I have a lot of people who are pretty upset about it. My thought.
What are they saying? I can't believe they would penalize Chase Elliott. Why?
No, it's actually figures. That's all they know how to do, anyways. Cheat. Mickey Mouse champion needs a Mickey Mouse car to win.
It's funny how everybody is a Mickey Mouse champion from Hendrick.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. My thought process is, at the time it's considered cheating, but in the future, the past is considered innovation, right? Like everything that Junior Johnson used to do back in the earlier days of NASCAR was terrible, right? He was a dirty, rotten, filthy cheater. A lot of the stuff that he did is now pretty typical in a car.
Look at fucking Richard Petty, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He used to paint the roof of his car black just to throw people the fuck off.
Yeah,
incredible.
So it's innovative. In the time, yeah, sure, they're breaking NASCAR rules, but in the words of one of my heroes, Dale Earnhardt Jr., I want my team to try to break rules, and I want NASCAR to catch us when we do. That's the way it's supposed to be.
That's like the overused statement that I've heard. Like, also, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And I mean, it's kind of true, though. You know,
it is. I just hate saying it because it's so fucking corny.
Oh yeah, it's cliche as hell. But I mean, like, it's unfortunate. But I think, is Chase Elliott the favorite in NASCAR still? Like, is he the golden boy?
Is he? So that's a good fucking question, because like when you really look at this season, he has had some of the shittiest luck.
Yeah.
After he's had a hell of a fucking championship hangover. Like you see it in NFL all the time. You see it in the NBA. You see it in the MLB. NASCAR, I guess for so long, it's like how the NFL was dominated by the Pats. They were dominated by Jimmie, and like we're just kind of freshly getting out of that era.
Right. Yeah, we have a new champion every year. That's weird.
Yeah, it's like it's different. And like, really like getting past that, you really have to start asking yourself, like, we always have a good time with old Bill's boy. But it's like, is he the golden boy? Still, because like, can you really make that statement now that all this shit's happening, and now he's got Alex going down with him? Like, what, Greg Ives and Alan Gustafson, they're both out. They're both having to sit out, aren't they, for another race? Like, they're going to be out, and then
yep. So Gustafson, so crew chiefs did not get suspended. They got fined. It was either 15 or 50,000, but the car engineers are suspended.
Okay.
That's even worse than the crew chief. I mean, like, crew chief is important, but like they can have a guy come in and just sit there for 1 week and be like, yeah, pit, don't pit. Like that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But when you're losing like your chief engineer, that's rough. Like that could hit all of Hendrick.
Here's this stock engine. Good luck. They just go to like fucking the Hendrick Chevy dealership and just like, well,
hey buddy, what can you do here?
Let's try it out. It's like, we're really excited actually about it. We're going to use this as a learning tool because this is what NASCAR was founded on. And then they get lapped like a million times, bro. It's like, that's why we have engineers. No,
Hendrick could not be any luckier because we have 2 back-to-back road courses.
Yeah, I know, right? More skill than power, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Kyle and Willie B, just bet on them. Bet on Kyle. Chase's odds. I am so ready to see what Elliott's odds are going to be at Watkins.
No matter. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be under, right? Like it has to be.
I mean, obviously they're going to go look back. Like they have to like tear down and redo setups. Like I can't get past. I can't just not think that they're just going to have something pre-set up the way things have been for him. They're just going to drop it in and just go. It's going to be fine.
What if he's like plus 2,000 because of the suspension?
Bro, if he's plus 2,000, I'm betting on fucking 100%. I will have like $100 on that, like hands down, easy. Maybe 3. Like just plus 2,000 odds for Elliott. Like
at Watkins Glen of all
it's
places.
like you're getting punished for cheating. Chad's still in the office,
right? Yeah.
Chad's still in there, bro. Like
he's
Chad's
sliding notes now. Like he's not verbally speaking it. He's sliding notes on what to do.
It's like you get the pot. It's like you just got suspended for cheating. You're cheating again. He's just like, I'm not cheating.
I never said anything. Yeah,
my name's not cheating. It's Chad.
Yeah.
It's like, like fucking.
I just left a formula on the wall and they followed it. That's not on me.
It's the algorithms. Got the algorithms. No, I love Chad Knaus, though, man. Like I don't give a fuck what I don't care if they fucking cheat. Like
you can't disrespect him. You can't disrespect Chad for what he's done.
Smart motherfucker, bro.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing, and that's something. I was talking to Dell about it last night or the night before. I don't know, but it was throughout the regular season. Jimmie Johnson, he'd win 1 or 2 races, but when the chase came, he'd win 7 of them. It was just they knew what they were doing. They knew how to get there, and they knew how to compete, and they knew how to end the season on a high note.
I really want to see a movie made about Knaus and Johnson over the years, like kind of like a Moneyball, like with Brad Pitt, about like the Oakland A's, how they had guy come in and had the formula for like shit. Because honestly, if they weren't cheating, they figured out some kind of systematic shit. Like they figured out some kind of formula. They figured out something that allowed him to do that.
For sure.
And because I really feel like Jimmie Johnson's kind of like, I mean, it's safe to say, like, of this generation, the Tom Brady of NASCAR. And when you look at them in comparison to each other, they're just these average fucking dudes.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, when Jimmie came into the sport, I remember it. Nobody really had like high expectations for him per se. Like he didn't have a whole lot of success in the Busch.
He was running Baja trucks before he got in NASCAR.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the bigger question to follow up. Who plays Jimmie Johnson in that movie?
Oh man, I feel like there's a couple of actors that would do really well. Like I could see like Miles Teller would probably make a good Jimmie Johnson.
That's good. I don't hate that.
I like Miles Teller. I also like who's the fucking he would have to have a little bit more of a backbone, maybe work out a little bit more. Who's the kid that played in The Perks of Being a Wallflower? The black-headed kid. The one that was like the really like high anxiety kid, like the center.
Was that Nat Wolff?
It might be. Let me see. I literally just watched that movie with my wife like last night. It's one of her favorite movies, and like I actually love the fuck out of that movie. I think it's a great movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely a movie that people won't really say that like, oh yeah, really enjoyed The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Logan Lerman is his name. He could make that kid can make a good Jimmie Johnson. I feel like
I could see it, maybe. Yeah.
See a little
I'm going to go with a different approach.
What you got?
I would like to see Matthew McConaughey as now. Listen, hold on, wait. And for Chad, Denny Trejo.
Machete?
Yeah, that's what I want. That's how I want that movie to be. I want it over the top. And I want every scene in that movie to be just like, I want Michael Bay to be the director. Right. Like that's the way it needs to go. Like Jimmie, he's in the Baja trucks, right? And but he actually wasn't. He wasn't actually a Baja truck racer. He was a stunt driver for the Baja trucks in between the races in the intermission. So he would like jump through a flaming loop, and he had a really bad accident. and like his career's on the line and he's in the hospital, and Danny Trejo is there visiting his grandfather, and he's like, oh, you're that stunt guy. They develop a relationship, and Danny, aka Chad, pulls him into Hendrick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Both of his legs are broken. They're hanging too.
Bro, I just imagine like Knaus, like the character rolls right on. Do you remember the movie Bubble Boy?
How God do I? Yes.
Bro, I imagine it's like Danny Trejo in that one, like Wildfire. Like he's looking for Wildfire, but then he becomes Chad Knaus, and besides, he gets Wildfire, marries her, and then he goes on to be a NASCAR crew chief, and then finds fucking him. Wildfire, just like, oh, bro, what a fucking what a rabbit hole that is. I like your version. Your version is definitely a Quentin Tarantino directed film.
Yep.
100%. Just but half of the wrecks that happen, like heads get cut off every time. Like there's like a fucking
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it's always brutal. And Leo
Tarantino produced by Michael Bay.
Yeah, and Leo is Jeff Gordon.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yep,
that's good. So
if Tarantino's a part of it, Leo's got to be there.
All right. Well, if that
Brad Pitt is Hendrick,
and then we'll do Trent Reznor does the music.
Has to. Yeah. He knows how to score.
So it's just like fucking man, he also plays Tony Stewart.
Yep.
Because he's really tall and Tony's really short. So it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and it's just like the whole fucking movie is just like Nine Inch Nails songs. Just head like a hoe. And then like that one wreck with Carl Edwards, just like fucking Carl Edwards just dies instead of actually lives. And it's just like, explosion on the track.
But what he does when he goes up into the stands, he hits the fuel reserve that they have under the stands, and it explodes the entire track.
Nope. You know what? Look. We don't want to promote death. And actually, what happens is like the cars go off the track, and like to save itself, it just really becomes the transformer that it's always been.
There was that the whole time.
Yeah, and then Michael, that's where the first transformer starts. Like
you know,
Carl Edwards' car runs
That's
off.
a thing, right?
Yeah.
Jimmie Jr. and Gordon, they were in the Transformers movie. Their cars were Transformers.
You're right. They sure fucking were.
Yep.
Holy shit.
So
I remember when they had the Transformers paint schemes.
Yep.
I remember that now.
Yep. And then they had the cars actually all souped up. They had like display cars where they were like the Transformers.
Holy fuck. It all makes sense now. All because of Danny fucking Trejo. That's the glue. Chad Trejo.
And this was brought to you in part by Hendrick failing the engine inspection after New Hampshire.
Yep. So Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott won't have engineered engines. Get ready for it.
Good luck.
Dude, we were gonna do like one more deal on here, and I say fuck it, let's just do it anyway. This has been like the best show as far as like on any off week we've ever done. I think this is the best episode of any off week ever. And it's just because of the vibe. Like, see, guys, like Garage Fam, this is what you guys like what me and Cody are doing right now. This entire podcast, this entire episode, this is what it's like with us on the RV. This is what
5
it's been
a.m.
like. Yeah. At like 5 a.m., like no fucking sleep. Like, this is the conversations that we have. This is real life. This isn't us bullshitting. Like, we just get into these spirals of fucking conversations. And that's why
I'm sitting there. I'm drinking my adrenaline shock right now.
Yeah. He's got the A shock. I'm sipping the Red Bulls.
Yeah, at 5 a.m.
Straight face, not even laughing, saying some of the most insane shit you've ever fucking heard. That's why I fucking love you, dog. You're one of the only people
That's what sleep deprivation does to you. Real hot and sleep deprivation gets you into Michael Bay films.
Tejas, that's where it all began.
So I guess the last topic,
NASCAR Conspiracy.
Yeah, this is one that I raised myself.
Well, look,
I'm really proud of.
I want to introduce this though. So from here on out, when Cody is on the show, we're always going to make room for a segment called NASPIRACIES. And it's where we just literally, I've kind of already given one conspiracy on this show, but Cody and I are both fans of conspiracies. We like just bullshitting about possibilities of what ifs in life. And especially around NASCAR. So like we kind of got a little bit deeper into it since we started hanging out and we started doing work together. So Cody has been talking about this one since we met, and it made sense because after he like broke it down, the way he breaks it down makes it very hard for you to feel like it's not true. Like you're never going to look at this guy the same after we talk about this. So without further ado, here is this episode, the first ever NASPIRACIE on Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. Cody, take it away. I feel like I should have flickering lights.
Yeah, something. Hold on. Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, yeah. So we have that was good. I liked that one a lot.
We
have a man who went through adversity and he is dominating, or was dominating the first half of the season. Lights out. His name's Kyle Larson. Kyle L. And he's got a clear skill set. He can race anything, and he's damn good at what he does. You know who else was really good at what he did? Richard Petty, the king. I found a picture a while back, and everybody, it's clear Kyle is Asian. He comes from an Asian descent. I believe he is half Asian, half Caucasian. So it's a little subtle.
What would you call that?
That is literally Caucasian, right?
Asia Caucasian?
I think so.
I don't even know.
I think Asian American is like the actual like terminology for
probably
it, if we're being like politically correct.
But Asian and Caucasian just like flow.
Yeah,
like
it's
words.
Asian Caucasian. I like that. That's slick. That rolls off the tongue. I found a picture when NASCAR at one point competed in Japan, and I have uncovered Kyle Larson's true origin. Now, bear with me. I'm going to show this picture, okay? You can be about it or not. I am a firm believer that right there, is that a little blurry?
Yeah, come in a little closer. A little closer.
Are we not going to focus? Are we not going to focus?
Back up a little bit. A little bit. Right now, it looks like Adam Sandler and the lady on Happy Gilmore that was like, "Hey, you don't want breakfast?" That's what it looks like right
now. Yeah, so you got Adam Sandler here. That does look a lot like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I'm defeated now. With the blur.
I'm defeated now.
the first NASPIRACIES are even fucked because it's actually Adam Sandler and the Chinese lady that fucked him when he was lonely in the beginning of Happy Gilmore. There we go.
Why is it so blurry?
I don't know. It's probably that iPhone 8 you got.
Damn, you can the resolution is just blurry by default.
I mean, they don't make the camera like that no more.
I'm gonna tell you, it's this old ass webcam that I'm using. That's my problem. That thing doesn't autofocus. Anyway,
no,
I mean,
you can Google any picture out there. Like, tell them where to Google.
Yeah, just Google Kyle Petty Japan. That's all you got to Google. And I mean that's Kyle Larson. This is Kyle Larson, 100% right there. You can see it. The forehead, the smile. They have the same exact smile.
It is sketchy.
It is. And his skill set backs it up. I mean, he's definitely driving like a prince, if you will. Definitely driving like a prince. I feel like Richard went overseas, had a little fling. Out came a child, and the child was put in a chamber, right? Like a hyperbolic time chamber, if you will.
Had to be like frozen in time. Right. Because Kyle is my age, 29.
Right.
So,
and that would put, if Richard Petty had him 29 years ago, that would put Richard Petty at like 80 years old. Right. When he was born. So now Richard's like 101 or something like that. Like
107 to be fair.
Is that probably. Yeah, I'm not good at math. But any picture that you look up of a young Richard Petty resembles a Kyle Larson. You throw an Asian woman in there, and that makes a lot of sense for where Kyle Larson's origins really started.
Now, I look, after looking into this with you and talking about this with you, I was like, damn, the looks are definitely there. But let's make it make a little more sense. Okay, what if that woman cling to Richard. And Richard was like, no way, Jose. I'm a married man. Can't be doing this.
Loyal man.
Yeah, loyal man has Kyle Petty. We all know Kyle Petty.
Kyle.
Big Coke guy, Kyle Petty. We all know Kyle. Shout out to him. I got the Coke mug over there somewhere. I'll drink Pepsi out of it all the time.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it's okay. But love Kyle Petty to death. But that is the son of Richard Petty. Who's to say that same woman, which would have been about the same age as the woman that banged Adam Sandler in Happy Gilmore, probably in her 70s, maybe mid 60s at the time. Let's say Kyle happened to go overseas at some point. That woman never got over the fact that Richard wouldn't fuck her. And then she sees Kyle. And she's like, she puts some kind of ancient spell on him. Or just straight up, he gets fucked up and she comes around to it. Non-consent. And just goes to town. All of a sudden, she's like, I got my vengeance, Richard. And it's actually Kyle's real dad is Kyle. And that's all she knew. So she named the baby Kyle. Because that's the only American name she knew. What if? What if? And then somehow, like on a little boat, like send him back to America. And Kyle Petty never knew. And then they just found it. He just landed in California. Not a far ocean drive or float. Not a far float.
Yep. It carries that way naturally, right? So
it does.
I think your way does
go to Alaska.
I think you're probably onto it more than I am. Yours makes a lot more sense than mine did. I think we can both agree though that Kyle Larson is definitely a Petty by blood, one way or another.
That's a NASPIRACIE. That's a NASPIRACIE. This has been a great show. We have talked about nothing of substance.
Nope.
And it's been fucking beautiful.
It's been great.
Yeah.
I think we need to get together, write this movie, and sell it ASAP.
Yeah, like literally, we're sitting on two movies. The action-packed Jimmie Johnson, the story of Jimmie.
The biopic on Jimmie.
Yeah, that's what we call it. Jimmie Johnson, the story of Jimmie. So, like, shout out to Ricky O, the story of Ricky. If you've never watched that movie, go to YouTube. You can watch it all for free. And if you can make it through that entire movie without falling asleep, turning it off, or just like your brain exploding, I will take you out to dinner at Burger King. I'll buy you a meal from Burger King. I'm being kind of cheap because there's definitely gonna be some people that can do it out there. Because if you have the right amount of pot, you can probably get through it.
You can squeeze through it.
Yeah, definitely. Or the Delta 8.
Delta 8 get you straight. That's what it do.
Yeah, the God's plant, the flowers. So yeah, I will definitely do that. But yeah, Jimmie Johnson, the story of Jimmie, and the legend of Kyle, eastbound to Kyletown. I don't know. We'll come up with a name for that one. That was a little weak, but definitely Jimmie Johnson, the story of Jimmie. That's definitely one with Danny Trejo on the cover with a fucking headset on, just like, wow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm going to watch Bubble Boy right now.
That's such a good movie.
It is, bro. It's great. I know people that have never watched it, and I think Dale's one of them. Dale watched basketball, by the way. Him and his dad together. Yeah. He said his dad was
What was his review?
He said his dad was like, literally, he said when Earnhardt came on the screen when he was in the taxi, like he said his dad looked at him and he was like, is this the only reason Chase wanted us to watch this movie? And I was like, you damn right. It's just like, yeah, that whole waste like 2 hours of your time for just this fucking like 30-second scene.
But that scene in itself, though, is just iconic enough that gives you a free pass on the next 2 hours.
Yeah,
I believe
it does. That is one of the most iconic scenes of the 90s. But I also do love basketball itself. Great movie. I think
next time we link up, I'll bring the Waterboy DVD.
You bring Waterboy, I'll bring Bubble Boy. Big boy. Big boys.
That's what I meant, Bubble Boy. But I'll bring Water Boy too. Just
gotta bring Water
That's a good
Boy.
movie. Yeah.
Well, you so kind of stupid. Yeah, fucking, I love it. Yeah, Mr. Coach Klein and the boys, the Mud Dogs, the
And I
Bourbon
cried
Bowl.
and I cried and I cried.
Dude, that's the best part. Y'all remember the time when Bobby Boucher came back and kicked ass at the Bourbon Bowl? That's my favorite, bro.
Now, okay, before we go, I got to get one more out. Like, how much did you relate with like Waterboy as a kid? Where you're like, man, he's from the Bayou.
Dude, I didn't realize that movie was set in Louisiana until I was like a teenager.
Really?
I watched that movie like 8 times as a child and had no relation.
You didn't like hear it in their accent, like his mom's accent. You weren't
Dude,
like,
I don't think I understood that I lived in Louisiana until I was
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
you didn't have that understanding.
When you're a kid, you don't really worry about states. Like, you're not really like
Right.
thinking about like, I'm from here. I'm alive. Like, I'm in this place. Like, my mom and dad do shit
I
for
exist
me.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you got my waffles. Like, you know, it was like that kind of shit. Like, as long as I got waffles, I got some juice, Barney before nap time, maybe the Sandlot, because for some reason our daycare we went to, we watched the Sandlot a lot.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, looking back as a 90s kid, man, like, we watched a lot of like movies, I feel like, that were very vulgar and inappropriate.
For sure. And that's why we've turned out the way we are.
Yeah, our generation's the shit. I don't care what anybody says. I love
Like,
our fucking generation.
The tail end of millennial, like we're like the cross in between like millennial and Gen Z. Like we're in that gray area.
We did. Like, if you didn't fuck with Darkwing Duck, like when you were a kid, like get the fuck out of here. You know what
If
I mean?
you didn't watch Slappy and the Stinkers, don't talk to me ever again.
100%. 100%. But yeah, wild times in the city. Wild times there. I think it's raining outside. I was freaking out. I thought somebody.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were. Yeah,
for.
I was about to see you get murdered on camera.
Danny Trejo's here. It's Machete. It's like, your time has come.
Is he
Your time has
Machete
come.
or
Dejo.
is he Chad when he rolls in?
Yeah, it's me, Chad. Your time has come, Dejo. Getting done. What do they call him? Bejo? Dejo? I don't even fucking know. Some kind of slang. It's probably a really bad word.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What Danny Trejo says, it's fucking great. All right. Well, anyway, that's all that we have here today, Garage Talk. Cody, it was a fucking pleasure having Cody.
I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me on. I've been a big Garage Guy fan for a while.
I've been a
big Garage Guy
Powers fan since
I appreciate that.
Met you. And
I
it's
appreciate
been a great time. Shout out to Inside Tailgating, because without the tour with Inside Tailgating, American Cornhole League, Buchanan, Cody and I would not be as close as we are today, because the journey began there, and we got a lot of life. It's like when we were kids, we didn't know where we were. We were there, and now we're here, and we're going to keep going forward in the future. So a lot of awesome things to come. But yeah, this is the first time of many for you to be on GG NP now. I guess Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. We're changing it up. So yeah, it's going to be fun. All right, Garage Fam, we're out. Sports Profit Repeat. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll have some garage talks, and yeah, Watkins Glen will be on the come up. Enjoy the Olympics, and hopefully America will do some good shit. All right.
Our basketball ain't.
Yeah, basketball Jones, a lot of them. All right, I'll see you later, Cody.
Take it easy, buddy.
Bye, Garage Fam. Love you.
It's the Garage Guys. 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 It's the Garage Guys.